Okay, we are live. Please let's confirm. Can you hear me? If you're with us, please confirm if you can hear me clearly before we start. Please confirm if you can hear me clearly. Okay. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning from wherever you're watching me from. You're welcome to my live video. I am so happy and excited to have you here. I see some people have joined us already. Okay, Fabian Damascus, thank you so much for joining my live. Daniel Ezenwa and Ibo Ezenwa, thank you for joining us. Okay, please make sure if you're not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for now? Make sure to subscribe to this channel, like, comment. This is going to be a very interactive live section. Yes, so make sure you subscribe if you are not subscribed. And I see those that are joining. Once I see you've joined, I'll definitely shout out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you can see well, I am so excited. In fact, I feel like exploding. That is just how I feel. Thank you so much for acknowledging my invitation. Yes. So, okay, this life is, like I said earlier, this life is not just about real estate question and answer. Although if you have your real estate question, just type it in the comment section. If you want to tell me anything aside real estate, just type it in the comment section. This is more like an interactive live. Yes. So aside real estate, this life is also to inspire anyone there that has a passion for real estate, that has passion to do anything that and has not started yet. So feel free to ask questions relating to real estate, relating outside real estate. This is just a space to grow together. Yes. You can ask about my personal life. If it's something I can answer, I will definitely. That question you've always wanted to know. Let me see it in the comment section and then I'll attend to it. Thank you. Once again, you are welcome. Thank you so much for acknowledging my life. Yes. And if you joined us last time, you see we have made more improvements. Thank you for staying even after the lights went off. Yes. So we've made better improvements just to make sure that you are well entertained in this life and well attended to. Yes. Oh, thank you. You look great. Daniel Iziwa, thank you. I'm shy. So so okay, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from so I can give you a proper shout out. You guys are the main reason why I am here. Yes. So please ask questions, ask real estate related questions, ask questions outside real estate based on passion, consistency. This is just a growing space, so just feel very free to ask questions. But till I see any questions, I will just keep on talking about myself more. Okay, I see more people have joined us. Hooligan TikTok, you are welcome. Young Shadow, I see you. You are very welcome, and I feel very happy to have you here. How do I stay consistent? How you stay consistent is showing up. That is just it. That is just how you will stay consistent. And I've heard certain people say the reason why some people are consistent in what they are doing is because they like what they are doing. No, your goal should keep you consistent. That particular thing that is driving you is what should keep you consistent. So by the time you wake up today and then you see that you've set a target for yourself, okay, Spark Spectrum. Wow, the names are. You're welcome. Thank you for joining my live. So as I was saying, I was talking to Daniel and everyone else. So that is how I stay consistent because I know my driving force. I know where I want to be. I have set a target for myself. And I know that if I am not consistent with this thing I am doing, I won't be able to get to that target. So that is just how I stay consistent. I keep on looking at my main target of whatever I am doing. Aside just real estate, if it is academic, if it is reading a book, finishing a particular, just any activity in general. So that is just what keeps me consistent. And that is what you should also do. So if you want to be really consistent in what you are doing, just be aiming for your targets. every day and be showing up. So that is how I stay consistent. Yes, thank you. Okay, Daniel, thank you so much for joining us. I can see you're here. Hello, how you doing? Those that say hi. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you had an amazing day. Yes, so you're welcome to my life. Feel free to ask your questions and then I'll attend to it immediately. So I'll just be telling a brief story about my real estate journey so far till I get another question relating or not to real estate. So I want to start with how I began my real estate journey. Yes, in my previous life, I spoke about how I discovered my passion for real estate. Probably after this life, you could go and check it. But now I'll just begin when I actually took action towards that passion I have. Because you can have a passion for something and then keep it hidden and that passion just fades up. But I want to talk about when I put in action towards a passion I've had for a very long time. So I started with creating content in my classroom. As funny as it may sound, when I started, I didn't even have LED light. I didn't have the fancy, setup and the rest. So but I knew this was like a fire burning within me. I couldn't just settle and just be calm. So I started with what I had. I checked, okay, my classroom is clear. And whenever we're done with every other activity, everywhere is quiet. So I just go there, create my content, and then come back, create my content, come back, create my content, come back. The quality was not perfect. It was not extravagant. It was not um, exclusive, as I would say. But one thing I knew was it brought out a different person in me. That was when I knew this was something I wanted to continue doing. And after that day, irrespective of the classroom experience, the starting small with whatever I had, I can say that after that particular day, I have continued to be consistent and I have grown to be better and more audible with what I have started. Yes. So that was my starting point in classrooms. Then I got my LED light. I started making it in my room. Make sure to go through my real estate videos after this live so you can honestly see the improvement so far. Yes. So it's something like I'm just talking. So that's the beginning point. Then the spark. Honestly, I have always had passion for real estate, but then, like I said before, when the spark came more was when I actually started. That was when the spark came when I actually started. So before then, I usually listen to. I'm a very big fan of Steve Harvey's talks. I'm a very big fan of Steve Harvey. So before then, I usually listen to Steve Harvey. He talks about motivation. He talks about time, and then he always relates it to the Bible. That is why one thing I like about his talks. So yes, in as much as I listen to motivations and the rest, oh yeah, start. That was the problem. But the turning point for me, the spark grew more when I actually put in the action, when I actually started. So that was when everything changed for me. And since then, like I said, I have always been consistent and more passionate about real estate. Then I love real estate because it's something that brings out who I want to be. In my previous life, I explained where when I found passion for real estate, this is something I want to do, this is something I like doing, this is something I'm very comfortable doing. And okay, let me just share this story here. Before real estate, I actually ran a business, a small business actually. Um, Loose hair accessories. That was my business name before. I usually sell hair accessories, hair items, anything used for the hair. That was what I sold before. And my plan was to make it a large or a big business and then invest it in real estate. The truth is my target had always been real estate, but I wasn't sure on how to go about getting to that real estate I want to get to or growing in that real estate space I wanted to grow in. So I already started out well, I like planning my life. I plan my day, what I'm supposed to do, I plan every single thing. So if I see that this is not part of my plan, I just try as much as possible, either to just tweak it in or just leave it out. So I made a plan on having multiple businesses so I could be able to invest in real estate. And while I grew more in knowledge, that is why I will continue to advise to read books, while I grew more in knowledge, while I grew more in experience. experience. I also watched videos from people I also admire in the real estate industry. So I realized and I grew better in knowledge that I didn't have to do all those businesses, all those small businesses to be able to reach up to my real estate expectation or my real estate target. I just had to start. I could start the real estate directly instead of going through the corners if this was not what I wanted to do. Yes. So that was how it was for me. And after then, I started making my research. I started studying on real estate. I started digesting more knowledge on real estate because it doesn't just end with passion. You have to feed that passion. Yes, so I kept on studying on real estate. I kept on doing my research. I kept on, engaging myself with real estate activities. So that was just how it was for me. Okay, before I continue, I just want to let you know that on Wednesday is my birthday. Yeah, I feel so excited. I feel so happy. I don't know. I just hope I don't look old. I just hope I don't look old. But still, let's know in the comment section how old you think I'll be turning on Wednesday. Yes. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about how I look. So based on how I look, let me know what you think about the age I'll be turning on Wednesday. Let me know in the comment section. Yes, so let me see. While we're going, I will be attending to the comments. If it is funny, please don't go too far. But yeah, I'll attend to each and every one of them. Yeah, so on Wednesday is my birthday, being the 20th of August. Yeah, that's my birthday. How do I feel? I feel happy, I feel grateful, I feel like I have grown throughout this whole year of my previous age. Yes, so that is how I feel. I feel like I have been impacted on, not just spiritually, but also morally, financially, and every other aspect of my life. I have grown, and I am very grateful for it. So, yeah, let me know in the comment section how old you think I'll be turning on Wednesday. Let me know your thoughts. So, we'll just continue with our questions. Please, if you have any questions, if you're just joining us, you are welcome. Please, my apologies if I have not given you a proper shout out. You are the reason I am here. I appreciate your presence. So, yeah, you're welcome. Okay. So how did I get into real estate? How did I get into real estate? That's what I'll be talking about now. How did I get into real estate? I got into real estate from a lady I admire in the real estate industry. Yes, her name is Dr. Linda. So Dr. Linda, one thing I like with Dr. Linda is she does lifestyle. Yes, she has been in the field for a while, not a while, she has been in the field for a long time and she has understood what the real estate industry is about. So she just does lifestyle content. She knows her audience and they buy from her. Yes, so I reached out to her because I admired her and I asked her questions on how to go about it. And then she guided me on few things to do, added me to a mentorship group chat, and since then everything changed. So aside just the mentorship, I continued to do my own personal research, but that was where it all started me. So yeah. So aside just real estate, I just want to say something quickly. If you see someone that is succeeding in a field you want to go into, make sure you approach the person and ask questions. Ask questions. Ask questions. Don't shy away from it. Don't run away from it. Don't no. Just ask questions. Ask questions, and then you find out it is not even that big of a deal. It is just you that have been distant. Yes. So that was how everything changed for me. Yeah. Then what fears did I have starting this journey? Because there was once a time I couldn't even look at my camera. The funny part is when I started, for me to talk, like looking at my camera, it looked like I was talking to a large congregation. So the way I would normally have conversations with my friends, that wasn't how I would do it normally in front of a camera. Yes, I know it might sound funny, but you won't really understand until you do it. Just try it. Just do it first and you see what I'm talking about. But that was just how it felt for me. And one way I was able to overcome that fear was consistency. Consistent practice, showing up every day. Even in the midst of fear, I still kept on doing it. Although before now, I didn't really have a problem with public speaking. I am a public speaker. I speak very well in public, but to come and speak in front of my camera was an issue. So I tend to have thoughts, where is this coming from? Why is it difficult for me to do? But along was something I got to learn, and yeah, so the kind of fears I had starting were mostly fear of doubt. Yes, no, no, I started in the classroom. So the first thoughts I had were, what if this content is not up to standard, in quotes? What if it's not up to the standard of people that usually do real estate content? What if people don't fancy this particular content? What if they don't even watch it? So that was the thought that was going through my mind, and I didn't let that stop me. Another thought that was going through my mind was, what if people laugh at me? Because this real estate was really a turning point for me. The way I am now wasn't the way I was before I started real estate. So I was like, what if people that I usually relate with before start laughing at me, that what am I doing? Do I think I will? You understand? Because I came out from my comfort zone to start something I have passion for. And people I usually mingle with my comfort zone, they might see it a different way. So I had this fear of, okay, what if they start laughing at me, that see what I'm doing, class, and so even how I speak. Obidike Chidera, you are welcome. You know why I'm laughing. So aside that was the fear I had in my mind. What if I'm not good enough? What if my content was not up to standard? And then I thought of it. Who sets the standard to create content? Who? Who set the standard? Let me know. And that was where it was for me. I started my thing, and today I have gotten better in what I do. So aside the standard, what will people think? What will people say? How will they see me? Will they like my content? Do they think I can be able to achieve this particular goal I have? The bottom line of everything is you have to do it, because first of all, you are not doing it for those people. You are doing it for yourself. You set a target for yourself, and you have to attain it. So side talks will come, distractions will come, negative thoughts will come, but it is your responsibility to know how to react to those things that come your way. So however it is, this is just how you should see it. You have set a target. So as you're walking on the road, whichever distraction comes, you hit it, you hit it, you hit it. Any obstacle that comes, you make sure you hit it and continue to look at what you are aiming for and get there. So that was just how it was for me. So the fears and everything. Now I'm not saying when I started the fears ran away. No. When I started, it even became worse, because now I am looking at those people that I imagined laughing at me. I'm looking at those people in my camera screen. I'm imagining them, making side comments and everything, but I still did it anyways. And today I can say that I no longer have those fears. I just pack all of them aside. Yeah, because I'm not using it for anything, so they can just stay there. Um, okay, there are some things I actually knew I wish I knew earlier before starting. There's something I say about time. It's a popular saying, time is money. And before now, I made mention of the idea I had of investing in real estate before, starting several or starting multiple small businesses, and then finally investing in real estate. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that is bad, but everybody has their different targets, and everybody should have a particular plan to get to that target. So that was not what I wanted, but that was what I could think of at the time. So when I thought of a better thing, I just left that old thought and started aiming for my better one. Yes. So I wish I knew earlier that I could just start the real estate at once. I could just start investing in real estate. I could just start the present in real estate at once than doing small, multiple businesses before investing in real estate. Let me tell you something. Please make sure you read books. So before you wallow in ignorance, and ignorance is very terrible. Honestly, the ignorance is very terrible. There is no justification for ignorance, because ignorance is not a person you can see and come and start blaming. No. So whichever effect comes out of your ignorance, it definitely affects you. So that is why it's good to make research, digest so many knowledge, digest so much knowledge. Yes. So that was what it was for me. Yes. Okay, CJ, you are welcome. Sebastian Onyemobi, you are welcome, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate the comment. Yes. So that was what I wish I knew earlier. And also, I wish I had a mentor on time. A mentor on time, because the way I think changed when I found a mentor. That is just the truth. Someone that is already succeeding in that industry. That was when my idea changed. And there was this message I came across. The person was encouraging that if you want to succeed in a particular field, make sure you research on the top 5 people that are already succeeding in that field, study them, read their biography, make sure to watch their videos, just enlighten yourself on them. Yes, so I that was when everything just changed, to be very honest. So I wish I had the mentorship and the knowledge of real estate on time. Yes, because like I said, time is money, and the whole time I wasted before I finally found a mentor who guided me to this extent would have been used. So at times I even imagine, okay, what if I started years ago when I actually found the passion for this real estate? But as God has it, everything happens for a reason, and I am happy I have gotten to this point. Yes. So okay, I'll just be asking some questions. Okay, I said this earlier for those joining us. If you have any questions on real estate, do well to type it in the comment section. If you have any questions about my personal life, do well to type it in the comment section. And for those that are just coming now, I made an announcement earlier about my birthday on Wednesday, 20th of August. I'm so happy about that day. It has not even come here, but the excitement in my body, it's just, you know, giving me tickles. But aside that, so I said something. Type in the comment section how old you think I'll be turning on the 20th of August, being Wednesday. Let me know what you think about how old I am. Yeah, so feel free to type it in the comment section. Let me know. Yes. So in the absence of any questions, in the absence of any, life experience or what you want me to say, yeah, just I have some questions for you. Let me know if you've once had an experience. So who is that your mentor? I made mention of my mentor earlier. Her name is Dr. Linda. Yes, she's a real estate consultant. So I reached out to her and I spoke with her. I just came plain that I didn't have any idea on what real estate was, but it's something I have passion for. So she just briefed me through and added it to a mentorship group chat. So that was where everything changed for me. And then you know how mentorship is, you ask the person questions, you get answered, ask the questions, you get answered, ask the questions. But then the whole content wasn't Dr. Linda. She just briefed me on what real estate was about, and then I picked it up from there and started this. So that is it. Someone said 22 years. Do I look that young? Okay, I appreciate the comment, but no, that's not what I'm turning. Okay, so in the absence of any questions, Dr. Nina, okay. No, not Lisa, Linda. Yeah, Dr. Linda. Yes, she's a real estate consultant. A real estate consultant now. Okay. So in the absence of any question, I would like to ask you a question. Yes. Let me know in the comment section if you've ever considered real estate, any aspect of real estate. If you've gone through my videos, I've talked about real estate several times. I've spoken about the different types of real estate. I've spoken about the different aspects of real estate to invest in. So by chance, if you have come across those my videos and then you once thought of investing in real estate, let me know. Just type a yes or no. Let me get the signs on what you want to do and the aspect you'd also like to invest so we can talk about it more. Then okay, I also have another question. This one might be a bit tricky, yes, because I'm very sure most people watching from here are from different locations across the country. But then I'll just ask specifically for those in Nigeria. If you are watching from Nigeria, let me know. Let me know. Out of curiosity, let me just know where exactly, what state would you like to invest in Nigeria? What state would you like to invest in, and why would you like to invest in? Wow, okay. Sage CJ, owning a housing rental property is in my 5 years goal. Perfect. Rental properties are amazing. Rental properties are amazing. Yes, and I must commend that goal you have kept. You should continue to aim for it, because one thing about rental properties is it brings passive income. So you don't necessarily need to work directly. You can gain money even in your absence. You can gain money from the rental properties. So it is something to look forward to. And there are so many different rental properties. It could be multifamily apartment buildings. It could be small retail shops. It could be, there are so many things to invest in for rent. But aside the specification, rental property is a very good long-term plan and a very good long-term investment that would earn you a lot of passive income. Sage CJ, I can see you like money very well. I can see that. So yeah, that is a very good plan. I must commend it, and I would also encourage to keep that goal and make sure you get to that particular target, because it's a very good one, honestly. So, okay, I said, let me know where you would like to invest in Nigeria. There was a conversation I had with a friend. We were talking about Imo State, investing in properties in Imo State. This one is random, you can choose any state of your choice, please. It's not specific to only Imo State. Any state of your choice and why. But I'm just going to be talking about this friend I had a conversation with concerning investing in Imo State. So his own point of view, he approached me and asked me a question concerning buying properties and buying land. So he asked me, is it advisable to buy a property to buy a land rather in Owerri, Imo State here? Or should he just wait? Or is it like, he asked what are the pros and cons? So I asked him, what kind of environment is that land? What kind of environment is that land located in? Because most people tend to invest, but they don't deep study, they don't make deep research, and they don't seek for consultancy. And that is where you see many people losing millions of money, millions of dollars, millions of naira, which is very bad. So that's why I keep on advising, digest knowledge on real estate. If you have questions, come and ask me. That is why I am here. I'm here to attend all your real estate questions so that you don't make wrong investment choices. Back to my story. So he asked me the cons and pros on investing in lands in Owerri, Imo State here. So I asked him what kind of environment that land located in, and he said the environment is underdeveloped. It is in the rural areas of Imo State. So I told him that okay, that how long would he be thinking of investing in that land? That was the next question I asked him. Because if you have a goal, you should also have a target. I plan on investing in real estate in Delta State. Okay, Sage DJ, I can see what you're saying. You said, I plan on investing in real estate in Delta State. There are lots of fast developing areas there. Okay, that's an amazing choice. That is an amazing reason as well. Yes, but it's good. It's good. I admire that. Okay, let me finish this. Then I'll come back to investing in a developing area. So he told me that area is a rural area, and I told him, okay, good. So there is something about rural areas and buying plots of land in rural areas. Now, the price of a particular land or property is determined by the value of that land. And then the value of a land is determined by the environmental factors surrounding that particular land. That is why most properties close to Dangote refineries in Lagos are very expensive, because the value surrounding that particular land is high. So that's why I asked him some questions, is to know the kind of advice I was going to render to him. Because a rural area where people are not really nothing is happening in that area, definitely the land sold there will be cheaper. Yes, the land sold there will be cheaper. And then I also asked, what is his investment plan? How long does he want to invest in this particular property. If you're not willing to wait for a very long time, because the reason lands appreciate is not because they've just been there whole style. No, there's value attached to that land. So even if nobody is building on that land, the environment, the buildings that are going on within that environment, and the locations are adding value to that land. That is why the land appreciates, not because it has just been there dormant for years. So that was why I had to ask those questions, so that I would know how long he intends to wait before that land appreciates in value. Although I told him that if he's working on a budget-friendly idea or ideology, it can be less risky to buy the land because it will be way cheaper than a developing area land. Yes. So now going back to what our friend CJ said about investing in Delta State because it is fast developing area there. Yes, very good. Now, fast developing areas, my best advice of fast developing areas are property. Now, I'm just going to divert a little, but I will also still come back. I got a question from someone. He asked me, he told me, okay, he just came to consult on some questions and clear some doubts. So he asked me, he told me rather that he had already bought some lands in a particular area, and that area is fast developing, like it is very active. There are people functional in that area and everything. So I asked him, okay, so what is your plan for the land? And then he told me he just plans on leaving the land there for a very long time. Then after that long time, he will not sell it. Okay, then I advised him. So the thing is, I would give my own advice to you, but at the end of the day, it will still be your choice to make the decision. So I just gave him advice because he approached me. Yes, and I told him in a fast developing area where you see that are the population of people there are high. You don't just buy land and leave it there. Yes, to make more money, to make more profit, to invest more. That's why you see they call real estate investors smart investors, because you have to be smart to gain a lot of profit. Yes, and you have to get enough information and knowledge to be able to be smart enough to get the profit you desire. So I told him that it depends on the area. If that area is a well-populated area, the land being dormant there is a loss on his own side. That was just what I told him. That was just what I told him. And then I told him that unless there are several factors that have hindered you from building on that land and renting it out, then that land is losing its value at that particular spot it is. So along the line, he told me that okay, it's not like he does not want to build there. He was just confused on what to do and the rest. He was just confused on what to do. So after the advice, although I told him we'd have a more of a personal section to talk deeper on that. So after the advice, he seemed convinced, he seemed more educated on what he should do about the land. So CJ, thank you so much for replying the answer in the comment section. Your choice is very excellent, and then your reason as well is a very good reason. It seems like you also have passion for real estate, because your answers and response are quite related and smart. Thank you so much for the response. I really appreciate. So the last question, although it's the last but not the least, because our life is still going on. What is your biggest question about real estate? What is your biggest question about real estate? Yes. If you're not opportune to watch this live with us, if you watch this live, feel free to type it in the comment section anytime. Like I said, I am here for you people. So anytime I come across the question, I'll definitely attend to it. So let me know what has been that question that you have always been so inquisitive about, but till date you have not answered that question, or you have not been able to get through the answers or your research on that particular question. So let me know in the comment section and I'll attend to it immediately. So yeah, we've come a long way in this life. If you have joined us to this extent, if you have been consistent, now I have to pour my heart to you, because it is a very emotional moment for me. I am so grateful. Thank you so much for being part of this life. We've not come to the end. We've not come to the end though, but I have to acknowledge you. Oh, say CJ, Thank you for the compliment. I'm learning from. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your. Yeah, I feel flattered. I am grateful. Thank you so much for being part of this. To you, Sage CJ, and every other person watching. Ezebo Solomon. Hello, you are welcome to my live. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate. Please, if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and let me know where you're watching from so I can acknowledge you properly. Thank you so much for acknowledging my life. Yeah. Then, okay, I asked a question. What is your biggest question on real estate? Yeah, that particular question you've always had about real estate that has not yet been solved, or probably you have been going through my videos and you've not come across that question in any of my videos. Do well to ask in the comment section. And also, there's something I want to say. If you have a certain topic you would like me to talk about on any of my videos, let me also hear it in the comment section. Let me also hear it in the comment section. This live is more of is for us to connect, so I can know what you want, and then I know the value or the service to render to you. So let me know if you have any topic or any particular aspect of real estate you want me to make a video for. I will make that video for you. So please, that is what I'm here for. Yeah. So just like I was saying, thank you so much if you've come this far with me in my live video. I am so grateful. And then this live, okay, yeah, I want to make this announcement. This live is going to be happening every Thursday. So stay tuned. Every Thursday we are going to come here live. This is just for me to connect with you because you are so special to me. Wherever you are watching from, wherever you are. Also type your location so I can acknowledge you from there. But wherever you are watching from, you mean a lot to me. And this live will continue to hold every Thursday to get to know you better, to attend to your questions, and to just relate on a personal note. Don't forget, so you can ask me any questions outside of real estate. Yes. Okay, from I'm streaming from Owerri, Imo State to be precise. Let me know where you are streaming from. Let me know where you're streaming from. Okay, so CJ asked the question. He said, which is better for someone to do? Buy a completed building or building from scratch? Now, like I said, I will say based on my own, experience so far. Now, there are two factors relating to these particular questions. If you want to start from scratch, now the factors that are relating to this is how long do you want this your investment to hold? Because starting from scratch takes long time to be able to accomplish. And then if you also have the energy, because starting from scratch, there are so many people involved. You need your real estate developer, you need an architect, you need your lawsuits, your lawyers, so there are so many things involved. If you are able to deal with every single thing, you understand? If you're able to deal with every single thing, because there's sometimes when you say the investing in real estate depends on your time, your tolerance rate, and how much effort you are willing to put into that investment. So if you feel like, okay, you have the energy to follow up this particular construction, building from scratch, building from ground level, but the advantage of this building from scratch is you get to design the future you want for yourself. That is just the best advantage of building from scratch. And but building from scratch can be more expensive. That is just it's true. Building from scratch can be more expensive. But if you have the strength to deal with it, but you will have your perfect design, you'll be the one to make your design, you understand, you'll be the one to decide, okay, how many rooms will be here, where will the rooms be located, which feature do you want, if you want a spiral staircase, you'll be the one to design everything yourself. Yes. But buying an already built building, the only thing about it is you won't be able to, you just have to choose what's available based on the ranges you have done. Yes, so that is just what it's about. And then it saves you time. It saves you time. Construction takes months to be able to be completed. Even if so many hands are on deck, it takes months to be completed. But when you just buy a property, one thing it does is it saves time. it saves time. So it depends on how long you are willing to wait. So both are great, both are good, both are very good investments. But me, what I can okay, I want to apologize. My apologies for the light again. The battery ran down. Oh my god. I think I'll need to just change the light at once instead of charging and charging and charging and charging. Also, if you have a better recommendation, because I use okay. Back to what I was saying. So we come to the end of this live because of my LED light that went off. I'm just using a touch to make sure I just summarize everything. I am grateful for those who joined my life. I'm grateful for everybody that stayed till the end. Say CJ, thank you so much for engaging. Every other person, Daniel, thank you so much for engaging. Solomon, thank you so much for engaging. I appreciate. And every other person I didn't call, I am so grateful. So we've come to the end of this live. See you on Thursday next week. Stay tuned and make sure to attend. Thank you.